Welcome to the ReWire Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Stewman, and I'm here to rewire your mind for success. We're glad that you're here.
All right, I got a saying in my life called doing the work despite. So many people, if they don't feel like doing something, they won't do it. One of my favorite sayings is you have to act your way into a feeling because you'll never feel your way into action. I'll never feel like going to the gym, but I do it every day and I feel good afterwards. I never feel like going to the office, but I do it every day and I feel good after a hard day's work. I never feel like going and doing all the hard work that I have to on the ranch, but I do it and it feels good after it's done. You see, I do the work despite how I may feel at the time because I know the results are what I'm after and the results give me the feelings that I want. See, so many people, they focus on the actual task at hand and their regret and resentment for actually having to do it, and therefore they procrastinate, right? So they don't do the work, and then not doing the work put you in a position to not receive the results. Therefore, they go through life not getting all that they could and settling for less. See, those of us that understand that we do the work despite how we feel, despite whether we want to or not, despite whether the people around us think it's the right thing to do or not, despite whether we're doing too much or too little of it, despite whether we're just going over the top or we're obsessed, despite all of that, we do the work. Because if it's required and the results are there to be obtained, then it's our job to go out there and do the work. You see, so many people will find an excuse instead of finding a result. So many people will find a reason not to instead of finding a reason to. So many people will live a life of regret at the end of their life from what they didn't do than a life of pride because of what they did. You have a choice every single day. You can refuse to do the work that's required. A lot of people just make it through life doing the minimum. They drive an average car. They live in an average house. They have an average relationship. They have an average balance in their bank account. They have white New Balance shoes, right? They got tall socks, Russell Gray sweatpants that they wear everywhere. They just live in that average life. And there's nothing wrong with those people. They're good-hearted, good people, good American people, but you don't want to be average. You're not listening to this podcast so you could be average. You're not here on this channel because you want to be normal. You're not here on this channel because you think you just want to fit in society. You're here because you want more, and if you want more, you have to do the work despite. If you want more, you have to do the work despite how you feel, despite whether you want to do it or not, and despite what society thinks. If you want more, which you do, which is why you're here, you owe it to yourself to do the work every single day. Despite all the reasons and excuses that you could come up with not to do it, the results at the end of doing it are always sweeter than the regrets of not.